just turned the corner somewhere. What you looking at, boss?
Come here. Look out there. See that?
What's that? That's her. What's she doing in this place, boss?
Well, I hate to say it, but it looks as though she ended up following you, Mojo.
The day has its eyes, the night has its ears.
Hey. How did you get me up here?
Some men helped carry you away from there.
How many knives are stuck in me?
You didn't get cut. I don't know why.
I hate to ask this, but how did old Jack come out of it?
I don't know. I couldn't find him.
Well, he's probably all right.
The Berbers that helped carry you up here looked all over for him, but they couldn't find him anywhere.
I hope he hasn't gotten staggering off somewhere.
I don't know. Do you think he'll be safe?
No one will hurt him. I'm just concerned he doesn't hurt himself. There goes the last of the moon.
What?
And the moon is setting. Behind you.
Wow. You know, it's funny, but I've never seen a full moon set before. I didn't know that it becomes red and enormous as it nears the horizon, just like when it's beginning to rise. There are certain moments, certain pictures, scenes, I wish I could hold in my mind forever.
Anyway, tomorrow's the full moon.
We can't stop and hold anything, can we?
You'd think the dogs back home in Tangier would be barking themselves silly this night of the full moon, wouldn't you?
I thought they kept getting louder as the moon kept getting bigger, no?
Yeah, they increase, and then on the night of the full moon, they slack off.
That's strange.
Yeah, must be the pull on the dog's libido. It starts to change at that point. The stars are nodding out, too. Wow, the sky's lighting up over there. The sun's coming.
Doesn't a planet need oxygen for fire to burn?
I have no idea what keeps the sun red. But when you see that thing coming up over the Sahara, it's one hell of a sun.
How far are we from the Sahara?
Well, the other side of the mountains. South. There'll be buses going back there in the morning. I take it you're ready to return to Marrakesh?
Do I look that bad?
You look amazingly fresh this morning. How do I look? Right. Let's go down to that tent cafe and get some coffee and breakfast. Yeah. Maybe we can get a bearing on this missing Mr. Flanders. Oh, I am stiff. Oh, God. Every bone has been bruised and battered. Oh.
Is anything broken?
I feel as though a herd of wild camels have been playing hopscotch on my ribcage. Ow.
You can lean on me.
I'm all right.
You went flying through the air, you know?
Yeah. Well, at least I didn't land on any children.
What?
They don't like foreigners to fly through the air and land on their children.
But what if it was an accident?
Nope, no good. We're not Muslims. We don't have souls. Creatures that fly through the air and flatten out their children and don't have souls are worse off than a dirty dog.
But I have a soul.
So does a shoe. Come on. It's no good. Jack's gone.
But what about the man who said he saw an American get on a bus early this morning?
No, I don't think that was him.
It could have been.
The bus wasn't going to Marrakesh. Granted, he was crazy enough to go anywhere. I have the unpleasant feeling he's out there in the rocks somewhere.
What will we do?
Beats me. Contact the authorities.
They'll look for him?
Well, maybe I'll tell him he was carrying a lot of money. Then they're sure to look for him.
He could have taken that bus to wherever it was going and then caught a bus to Marrakesh.
Yeah. I don't know.
He could be waiting at the hotel for us.
Well, he could have waited right here for us.
Have you noticed the way that man has been watching us?
They watch everyone.
He's coming this way.
Yeah.
You look for your friend?
You've seen him?
I see him. Then I see him no more.
Where was he when you saw him no more?
He with you.
Then you saw me trying to take the knife away last night?
I watch.
Then he knows where he is.
Or he knows where he isn't. What happened after I fell on the ground?
Friend disappear.
We know he disappeared. Where?
He tried to go to the Mazomoda.
Where's that?
Beats me. Is that near?
Eh?
Is the Mazamuda near here?
Tell me the joke.
Unfortunately, I only know the punchline.
We don't understand the joke.
No
comprehend what is so funny.
Well, that's a good one.
They do have a sense of humor. But I wish I knew what was so funny. That man had the most powerful eyes I've ever seen. They were as bright as diamonds. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Well, at least I was right. Jack did climb on the bus this morning. Why are you so quiet? Cat got your tongue? You're angry because you were wrong and I was right, right? Wrong? What's wrong?
Oh, I don't know. It's, something happened to me last night. Just before I blacked out. I started to hallucinate, I guess. It was pretty damn real at the time. I saw these archways that stretched off into infinity, I suppose. And Jack's lips kept forming those words. The Mazamuda.
Really?
Yeah. I remember it now.
Then that's where he's gone. I feel a lot better, don't you?
No.
You need another cup of coffee. Waiter? Waiter?
Yes,
More of the same.
more same.
This'll be simple, Kelly. We can go back to Marrakesh. I can take a long hot bath, and we'll catch a bus for the Mazmuda. Aren't you going to talk to me anymore?
I was just recalling last night. The bells. Yeah, I guess we can go now.
I ordered more coffee. Oh, here he comes with it. Can you tell me in what direction is Mazmuda?
Sonny, I don't think he understands.
Do you know of the Mazamuda?
The Mazomoda.
Where is it? Where is the Mazamuda?
Where?
What city is it near?
Near?
Sonny, I think this...
You must understand. What direction do we go to get there?
You wish to go to the Mazamuda?
Yes, how do we get there?
Now
Now, don't you start that, too. What direction? You understand? Direction?
You want to know the direction to the Mazamuda?
That's right. Told you I'd find out, Kelly.
The Mazamuda in that direction.
That direction?
Yeah, that's where he pointed, Sonny. Straight up.
The most wonderful thing in the world is the success of a fool and the failure of a wise man.
Over Morocco.
He who houses a camel must make his door higher.
Jack has disappeared. Sunny Skies and Cosby Kelly believe that Jack left the festival to visit a city called the Mazamuda. But when they asked the direction of the Mazamuda, the answer they received was straight up.
Sunny Skies and I caught the next bus back to Marrakesh. It was late afternoon by the time we arrived at the hotel. We were picking up our room keys at the desk when the concierge handed me a note.
Message, monsieur.
Who's it from?
I don't know.
What does it say?
Forgive me for disappearing last night. Somehow I found myself on a bus to Tellaway. Then I found myself hitchhiking back to Marrakesh. I'm all right now, asleep in my room. I'm sorry about the trouble I caused.
Well, that's something.
From here on, I must insist that you stop seeing me as your responsibility. Otherwise, there will be only further problems. But lest this should sound harsh, please understand that I honestly have appreciated your concern. I must now continue without hindrance, even if it means the loss of my sanity. Yours truly, Jack.
Now what, Mr. Kelly?
Who knows? I think the best thing to do is to get him back to Tangier. Maybe that'll cool him down a bit.
He wants to be left alone.
Yeah.
You're planning to drag him back there against his will?
Sonny, this is no country to flip out in. I've watched too many people come to Morocco and go bananas.
But how can you take it upon yourself to be someone's policeman?
Well, normally I wouldn't give a damn. I couldn't care less if someone wants to freak out and run amok in the streets. But Jack is pushing himself. He wants to become psychotic. That hotel collapsing around him, he had us all believing that actually happened. Getting down on his hands and knees and kissing a cobra on the mouth. I mean, not exactly normal behavior. And dancing with that knife last night. He's not only going to flip out, he's probably going to get his gizzard cut out in the process.
Yes.
He's even got me hearing bells. I don't care if I have to strap him to a suitcase. I'm hauling him back to Tangier.
And you're bigger than him.
Right. Now I'm going to get some sleep. I'll have the concierge wake me up if Jack tries to check out. Otherwise, I'll see you at dinner.
Have my friends returned?
Oui, monsieur.
Are they in their rooms?
Oui, I give them message.
Okay.
You go for walk?
Yes.
You go for walk in Medina?
Yes, but I'll be back for dinner.
Very good. Have a nice walk.
It's happening again. The moonlight. The archways. That sound. And again the inscription. And my shadow. The darkness is my shadow. Now I can see the inscription. Standing in the way of our own light. The way. Those were the words hidden by the shadow. I couldn't read the words because my darkness covered it. It means I've been standing in the way of my own light. Blocking my own light. I've got to get back to the mountains. The gate is at the festival. The great stone circle. And the music is the vehicle to enter through the gateway. Incredible. It's all come together. At last.
Casbah Kelly's Kelly speaking.
Monsieur Kelly?
Yeah, what?
It is 8 o'clock and dinner being served.
Dinner? Oh. Will you also wake up Miss Skies?
Oui, monsieur.
Oh, wait a minute. Have you seen Mr. Flanders?
Oui, monsieur. He leave you message.
Another one? Can you read it to me?
Oui.
He hasn't checked out?
No, monsieur. Message say, Dear Kelly, I have just
discovered, isn't it?
Discovered.
Yeah.
The remaining 2 teeth in the key. The inscription reads, standing in...
What was that again?
Standing?
Standing, yeah.
Thank you. Standing in the way of our own light. We gateway will, appear again.
Yeah.
This time, I'm
Prepared?
prepared
Yeah.
to dive in head first. Don't worry. Be happy. Jack.
Yeah. That's it?
Oui.
There was a bus schedule by the desk. Do you know if there's any more buses going to the festival?
Wait one moment, please. Oui. Last bus leave 6:30.
No more leaving tonight?
No, that only bus.
Okay. Thanks. Oh, connect me to room 95.
Yes?
It's Kelly. Listen, Jack's left for the festival again. He caught the last bus. I'm gonna get a bite to eat and see if I can catch him.
How? With a net?
Rent a car.
Oh.
So, I'll see you sometime tomorrow.
What? You're not serious. I'm going with you. How big a gap do we have to close?
He's about 3.5 hours ahead.
3.5 hours? How did he get so far?
Remember, it took 1.5 hours just to rent this car.
They have the slowest queues in the world. Just to buy a stamp at the post office takes at least 30 minutes.
We'll be able to go twice as fast as the bus he's on. So I figure we'll get there, well, maybe an hour after.
You think you'll be back inside that circle again?
I don't understand the trance state, but I imagine the whole thing flips over. The conscious mind goes under and the unconscious mind comes up. I don't know. Who knows?
The pattern is returning. It's all becoming visible again. Soon the gate will appear. All the shadows have been removed. Standing in the ray of our own light. Soon the sky will begin to glow. The colors will appear. The design will shape itself. The gateway will unfold. I mustn't hesitate. Not for an instant. I must not hesitate.
Couldn't you have rented a larger car? Can't you go any faster? How much farther is it?
First, no, I couldn't. Second, no, this road is really steep. And third, we're almost there, so shut up.
Look at that moon. It's terrible.
A little ominous, maybe. Come on.
I don't see him.
Darn it, something's not the same.
The musicians are playing in the same place.
They've shifted. I know it's got something to do with the moon. So, where would Jack be?
Maybe it's like an axis and the groups have moved around.
Right. But how?
There he is.
Oh, Christ. Look at him. He's totally out of it again.
The gates. I can see them now. They're opening. I must move now, quickly. Now, quickly.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to tackle him.
You think that's wise?
No. You got a better idea?
Can't we just keep an eye on him?
I'm not going to wait for those knives to come out again. In I go.
It swirls before me. Why can't I enter? What's holding me back? I must move now before it fades. Now! Now!
Gotcha.
What?
He got him. He got him.
I fall within. I fall within. At last.
What the hell? He's vanished.
Where did he go?
A strainer is none the worse for having another hole.
Mind if I put on the radio? What kind kind of radio stations do they have in Marrakesh?
I think they've got a couple of French and a couple of Arabic stations.
What do they play on the Arabic?
Egyptian music. Popular stuff. It's horrible. That's it there.
Doesn't sound so bad.
Oh, it's all the same. Movie music. You can even hear the people talking and shouting. They take it right off of the soundtracks. There. You hear that? Right off the soundtrack.
The Moroccans prefer that.
They love it. They listen to it all day long. In fact, if the batteries on that transistor radio was struck dead by Allah, it's the worst thing that could happen to them.
You don't think we should contact the police?
Huh?
You know, about Jack's disappearance? You don't think it'll do any good, huh? You think he's actually gone to the Mazamuda? Are you thinking anything?
I'm thinking about all the people that laughed when we asked them in what direction was Mazamuda. One pointed straight up, one pointed straight down, two pointed to their foreheads, two pointed to their chest and their heart, and one pointed with his thumb south.
Maybe it's in the Sahara Desert.
The thing that gets me is just when I was going to tackle him, right? He leaped into the air, straight up. But I got him, kazow. And the next thing, poof, he's gone. He also ripped the pocket right off of his coat. Here it is. You know, there was a note in it.
Pattern? Looks just like a bunch of lines. He's written someone's name on here.
Fatma Tajim.
Do you know who that is?
No idea. Jack doesn't distinguish between mental and physical. It's all reality to him. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. He figured the gates existed somewhere, but he needed to be in a particular state of mind to see them, and he needed a vehicle to ride in on. And anyway.
Yeah. Well,
I was just thinking of something.
can you shape it?
Yeah, if you'll tune out that station. I was trying to get it together in my head. Jack believes in other dimensions. I think he feels that science has avoided all the opportunities to study these dimensions, or whatever you call them, because they can only be seen through the mind. There's no way of physically measuring these other dimensions, measuring them accurately, that is. And our science is based upon repetitious accuracy of measurement.
I didn't know you were interested in that sort of stuff.
I think I understand. Jack felt that the way we see things is static, frozen, like looking at a frozen lake. But when it begins to crack, to come apart, we begin to see things beyond, between the cracks. Worlds, dimensions, unicorns, fairies, satyrs, gods, anything, demons, spirits, all of mythology, and even beyond all that. The thing that people can't yet accept is that if you think something, it exists. It may not exist physically, but it does exist. That's a hard one for people to accept.
So, the Mazamuda is a state of mind?
It's probably a place.
Really? Where?
Mojo might know. Or he can find out.
You think these people have a lot of secrets like that?
Man, we're like steam locomotives chugging through their culture. And they're like a bunch of kids watching us go by. You know the secrets kids can have. Adults can't possibly share them.
Why?
Because we're so practical. Well, first to the hotel. Pick up our stuff. Then to the airport. We'll leave the car there and then back to Tangier.
Yeah, Kelly. We're practical.
Screwloose, our next stop within 1 hour of flight. May we ask you to fasten your seatbelt, straighten out the backrest, and refrain from smoking during the takeoff. Thank you.
Oh, hey, Mojo, here's something I want you to look at. It's a piece of paper with a drawing, a pattern, and a name. Does it mean anything?
You see this here? That's the Grand Soko, and this line is the street that runs toward the Casbah. And this line is the street running off that. And this is the street running off that. And then the short one is where another one runs off that. And this name, Fatma Tajin, is the person who lives at the end there.
Well, do you know who she is?
No, she's probably a witch.
A witch? You mean,
You know, yeah, she deals in herbs, potions. Looks to me like Jack was doing some kind of business with her boss.
Yeah, I'll check on it tomorrow. One other thing. What did you find out about that girl?
You mean, Lila Ulupi?
Yeah.
That's a funny one, boss. The Comtesse, she said Lila never was. Maybe just like that hotel collapsing. Never was.
Come on, Mojo.
The Comtesse said she had a dream, you know, where she introduced this girl Lila to Mr. Jack.
She's saying she saw Lila in a dream, and that's all?
That's it, boss. She never more than a dream.
The old bag's telling the truth?
Maybe yes, maybe no. Who knows? Only the shadow, he know.
When I first mentioned Lila's name, you were startled. Who is she?
I don't know, boss. Sometimes I hear a name and just causes some pictures. Like a flash for an instant, like one frame. Whoever she is, I suppose she'll thicken the plot a little. I can only guess.
Ahmed, you want to get that? Your eyes are lighting up. I take it this is going to be a pretty far-out guess.
Maybe. This is a guess, you know.
Right.
Well, I figure...
It is for you, Kelly. It is Miss Sunny Skies.
Okay. Yeah, Sonny?
Kelly, listen. A message was delivered to me about a half an hour ago.
Yeah?
It's an invitation. It's worded like an invitation, but it's more like a demand. Well, maybe it is an invitation,
who's it from?
The Countess de Zazinia. She requests my presence for tea tomorrow at her villa. Her chauffeur will pick me up at 5.
Well, looks like your big break has come.
What?
You're breaking into Tangier's high society. Congratulations.
Well, it's almost like a come or else invitation.
Look, don't let that wrinkled old relic of some collapsed aristocracy bother you. It's the only way she can say hello.
You think I should go then?
Well, why not?
She scares me.
Sonny, a toothless old biddy like that? How fast can she hobble? 3 miles an hour? The thing you'll have to put up with is her big mouth and her flabby tongue. But watch out for the edges. It's like a straight razor.
I think I can handle that. But I don't know why I feel so uneasy.
She loves to make people feel uneasy. It gives her the upper hand.
So you think it's all right?
You make the decision.
Thanks, Kelly. Good night.
Damn it. That's one thing I can't stand about women. Asking men to make their decisions for them. What were we talking about?
Lila, the dream girl.
Yeah. Hey, you think Jack dreamed of her too?
In a sense, boss.
So, where do you think she came from?
Out there, boss.
Me no sabe.
Lila is one of them others. You know?
No, Mojo.
You do, boss. I used to have this friend called Quagmire Jones, and he used to say that all that stuff about spacemen come from other planets back during prehistoric times, and they land and help the dumb natives, that's a lot of crap. Quagmire Jones said that these people come from the inner worlds, and they lay stuff on us all the time through our imagination like that, but Quagmire says it ain't often you recognize one out on the street because they ain't out there.
So?
I guess, boss, that she's a dream girl that can step right through from one dimension to another as easy as putting your foot through a pie crust. Quagmire Jones would say, "Now look what we stepped in here."
Take care. The sleep of non-existence will overtake you at last. For the coming and going of the breath is but the rocking of the cradle.
Fez and Marrakesh are the two best cities in Morocco, I think. Except now traffic's starting to get into parts of the Medina and Marrakesh. It's tough watching a country slowly slide into civilization. Anyway, I prefer the villages. Jack has disappeared. Stepped into some very thin air. Sunny Skies received an invitation from the Contessa for tea at the Contessa's villa. So what else is new?
The mariner loves to do the imitation. He's quite good. And Yahya is in good spirit today, my darling. Yahya, a cream or lemon?
Lemon, thank you.
Ah.
This is a lovely villa you have, Comtesse.
Oui, oui. It is home. As much as any place may be called home.
I've been told that there are many Europeans living here in Tangiers.
Oui, oui.
And that some of them can never return to their native country.
Who wants to return? Is it anyone's concern but their own? You have not visited Morocco before?
This is my first visit.
Ah, Morocco is an intriguing country, no?
Yes, it is.
My dear, I am very, very fond of Monsieur Flanders. Is he not a hero?
A hero?
Oui, oui, oui. Un hero. To push himself to the point of breakthrough. That is heroic, no?
Heroic or stupid?
Ah?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound...
No. If Jacques was heroic, then he was heroic. If he was stupid, so he was. Your comment does not alter what he is.
I see.
Or what he was. Do you think, peut-être, he has mort?
Died? I hope not.
I was considering a séance.
You give a séance?
Oh, no. I know someone. If he has passed on, we may reach him.
I'm looking for Fatma Tajim. She has a shop around here. That way? Thanks.
Hello. Very cheap. Student price here.
I'm looking for Fatma Tajim. Over there. Okay, thanks. Herbs all over the place. Phew. All kinds of junk in here. I wonder where that old woman is. She's been sitting there, perfectly still, watching me. I see you've been watching me.
I watch everyone.
A friend of mine came here recently. Within the last week. This is his picture. His name is Jack Flanders. Oh, you remember him?
Why?
What did he buy from you?
I don't know.
Here, this money is for you, if you remember.
How much you got?
This much. 10 dirhams.
Let me count.
You count after you tell me. Now, what did this man buy from you?
30 dirhams, I tell you.
No, 10 dirhams. What did he buy?
25 dirhams, I tell everything.
15 dirhams, you tell everything.
25 dirhams.
15. My last offer.
20 dirhams, I tell you.
All right, forget it. I'll find out some other...
Wait. 17 dirhams, I tell you.
15. No more.
All right. You give me, I tell. Your friend buy herbs.
I know that. Which herbs?
For the head.
Herbs for the head?
Yes. Herbs for the head. They do not make music now as they did in the 1930s.
No, they don't.
Thank God.
Why do you listen if you don't like it?
I did not say I did not like it. The music reminds me of better taste. There is too much traffic, too many people everywhere. Still, some things remained. I like the pungence of the spice to its salts and nostrils. And the feeling of the breeze, hot breeze. And the listening to the rustle of the palm tree. And still the same moon shine down upon the mountain and the desert. Except it is no longer the same virgin moon, since all the idiots have made their giant step for mankind, sticking the stiff flag in the earth. Oh, nature will balance herself on ces jeux, don't you think, n'est-ce pas?
The thought frightens me.
She has already begun. I can feel her movement grow stronger every day.
I guess wars being impractical and certainly unjust.
Unjust war? Are you politically aware, person, mademoiselle Ciel?
I'm not an expert, but
we all have opinion, but to have opinion over which we do not know is a shameful misuse of energy. Do not you think so?
When you put it that way, yes. But
No.
I
feel... A séance may have value if Jacques is mort. And since Jacques is bright, I assume he will know whether he is dead or not.
What are you implying?
I imply nothing. People die and they do not know they are dead. This is common.
Really?
Oui, vraiment. They do not know they are dead. They continue doing what they did when they were alive.
Even though they're dead?
Oui. Toute la même chose, the same thing every day. Pick up the lunch pail, go to work, punch the time clock, have the dinner, yell at the children, go to sleep.
Which herbs did he take for his head?
No.
Come on now. Don't tell me you can't remember. Which herbs did you sell him?
Who knows?
You knows. I mean, you know. Okay, here's 10 more dirhams. Now, which herbs? All right, 20 dirhams. Well, how much do you want? Look, I'm not going to tell the authorities. I just want to know the name of the herbs that you sold this man. Was it for his headaches? Was it to make him feel happy? To see things? Visions? 100 dirhams.
I cannot remember.
Did someone tell you not to remember?
I don't remember. You want some tea? I have fix.
No. I have other places to go. Thanks.
For a time, those who have lost the physical body are usually within easy reach through the usual methods employed for this purpose. But when the freshly dead get further along and are much out of touch with the material world, then directing their attention backward may be injurious to them. We must consider their welfare.
You mean that after a person dies, they go on? I mean, they go on working on themselves?
Is everyone your age so uninformed?
Is everyone your age so informed?
Bien, ma petite, bien. But to continue. A good medium is like a telephone, a direct line to the dead. Too bad people are wasting this direct dial with such boring conversation.
I don't think Jack is dead.
Yes. Well, no matter if he is or if he's not.
What do you mean?
Perhaps his work here may be done.
You're a believer in reincarnation?
Do you wish a rational explanation for reincarnation?
If a rational explanation is possible, I'd certainly like to hear it.
Well, it is très simple. Si simple. Tomorrow I will describe for you what happens after death. I think you may enjoy yourself tomorrow.
The hand that you cannot bite, kiss.
So after I gave her some bread, she told me that Jack had bought some stuff, herbs for his head. I tried to find out which herbs, but she was stubborn, refused to tell me. She wouldn't budge, no matter how much I offered her.
They don't turn down money?
Yeah, I can't figure that one. I offered her 100 dirhams and no deal. And then I just said, set your own price, but nope. Something's behind it.
We knew it wasn't no headache powder Mr. Jack was after.
That's true. You could buy an aspirin in any pharmacy. And yet he meditated. He never used any drugs. And we talked about that one afternoon. Mojo, I was thinking, when you put on your jalaba, you can pass for an African.
Booga booga.
Yeah. Look, what I was thinking, you can move about without stirring any attention. You could follow someone without causing suspicion. It's no use you're talking to Fatma. My asking her questions is, well, it's put her on her guard. This is a long chance, but if there's something else going on, she may lead you to it. Who knows?
Ain't much to go on, boss. But I like the intrigue. I'll see where she goes. There's always something else behind something else's behind.
Yesterday, you asked me to explain what occurs after death. And so today I will tell you. Have some tea, my dear.
Thank you.
In reality, there is no such thing as death. There is no such thing as the cessation of individual intelligence. What we name death is but a stage in the orderly evolution of life. From this, the physical plane, it is death or departure. But viewed from the astral world, it is arrival. Death and departure from one plane is simply birth or arrival upon another. You see?
But it's not birth as we know it.
No. There is a time when each human being should die. A time when the physical body has fulfilled its mission, has accomplished the purpose for which it exists. When the body becomes old, the consciousness can no longer keenly express itself through an impaired machine, a worn-out instrument. It is an aide en charge for the ego to withdraw from it. Death itself is painless.
Oh, what happens then? I mean, after death?
The astral world, where physical pain, the weariness of the body is left behind. The change is too immense to describe. The freedom without having to care for the body is tremendous. I leave that to your imagination, my dear, for it is the form that limits, and when the form perishes, the limitation is removed. The astral region has 7 subdivisions. Our location there depends on the sort of life we live here. For example, if a man lives a very low or bestial or very selfish life, you see, he sets up the vibrations that attract into his astral body the grossest grade of astral matter, and this will carry him when he dies to the most undesirable subplane of our world, the lower astral regions. Just as certainly as a gross impulse here on this earth will take him to where it may be gratified, comprenez?
That would be, hell?
The descriptions of purgatory or hell were undoubtedly inspired by this lower region. You see, my dear, the astral region as a whole is the world of desires, passions, and emotion. The astral life is not punitive, but purgative. For during our physical lives, we generate certain forces that have not their full expression. And this stored of energy must work itself out on the invisible plane. All hatred, envy, jealousy, anger, gross desire, appetite, which we indulge here on earth, inevitably must be worked out there. And those who have lived clean, wholesome, unselfish lives here pass quickly to the loftiest conditions of the astral world, for the simple reason that they have been all along attracting the rarest grade of astral matter to their astral bodies until it predominates.
When is this, astral life finished?
The time varies. When the forces that hold us to the astral plane are exhausted, they pass into the mental region. This does not mean a movement in space, but a transfer of the consciousness to the mental body. For whereas the astral is a purgative plane where undesirable forces are exhausted, the mental plane is a place for assimilation, the harvest time, the period in which we reap the rich rewards of noble thought and deeds, and garner the wisdom from all the experience we have passed through on the other plane. There, in a perfectly blissful state, in a state of ecstasy impossible to describe, we remain for a time.
I've been squatting here in this alley, watching that Fatma Tajim for about 2 hours now. Nothing's happening. My knees have that uneasy feeling that the rest of their life might be spent bent. Wait a minute. She's closing up. Oops, there she goes. And here I goes. Ow. Come on, Lee, get shuffling. Hey, beat it. I'm supposed to look like one of you.
The house my shop, auction market.
No tourist?
What is this? What?
Look.
Small guys, very cheap.
Here's a door, okay? That's a good door.
No more.
Now, where did she go?
I take it then that the soul stays up there until it's time to incarnate again?
There is more that must be comprehended first, my dear. Let us return to where we are now, on the physical plane. If, with clairvoyant sight, we could observe your true inner woman, Mademoiselle Skies, we should perceive several subtle bodies. Your physical body is surrounded and permeated by the matter of the astral body. Then, both your physical and astral bodies are enveloped and impenetrated by the matter of the mental body, and all three of them are within the embracing control of the causal or spiritual body.
That's quite a few bodies.
Maybe. Understand that these visible and invisible bodies are vehicles of consciousness. And it is the causeless spiritual vehicle that is the only one that does not perish before another incarnation begins. The physical, astral, and mental bodies are but temporary aggregations of matter that the soul uses for a while and then discards. Not so the spiritual body. It is your hall of records, the result of the past experiences gathered through all the incarnations. All the skill and the knowledge evolved has been stored in this causal body and can be used in following incarnations in the exact degree that the lower vehicles are able to transmit its lofty vibrations. That is why we must purify the lower bodies and make them responsive. It is because what we learn in each life is preserved in each individual that the progress of the human race is possible.
Oh, Witches, quick. I lost her good. Don't see her anywhere. May as well get back. There was an old man who supposed the street door was partially closed, but some very large rats ate his coats and his hats, while that feudal old gentleman dozed.
And so, my dear, let me wrap this up. When the heavenly life is finished, when experience has been transmitted and the net gain has been built into the enduring spiritual body, the mental, like the astral body, has been dissipated. The end of the cycle has come. Physical, astral, and mental bodies have all perished. Only the soul, functioning through the spiritual body, remains. From that, the ego sends the forces outward in the first activity towards rebirth, forming a new mental body by drawing about itself the matter of the lower levels of the mental plane, then securing a new astral body on the astral plane, and finally taking possession of another infant body to be reborn on the physical plane. And so, another incarnation has begun.
Oh, no. I lost her, boss.
Oh, what did she do? Outrun you?
She just disappeared into thin air like some people do.
You're kidding, right?
Yeah. She just turned the corner somewhere. What you looking at, boss?
Come here. Look out there. See that?
What's that? That's her. What's she doing in this place, boss?
Well, I hate to say it, but it looks as though she ended up following you, Mojo.
This episode is over, but the very best of my collection is banned on YouTube. To see what you have been missing, go to archive.org and search for Gyro Screwloose, and I'll see you there.